Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3:19, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. Busts through the tackle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Again, it's Smith. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Quincy Williams. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah,
there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 10th overall. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Good. Sit high.
Play action. It's Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Jets at 8-8 now on the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Fields. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Arian Smith with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Don't jump. Ready? 331. 331.
Here's Fields. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin with a run by Smith. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after one.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
102 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Running up the middle. Here's Dillon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Inside handoff, Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. With a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground with Smith. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Well, shifts past him. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet. And they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Dillon up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try and run forward with Smith. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at back 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Here we go. Tonight.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Now Fields. And the Chiefs are going to get him. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up second. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Go.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Third down and 13.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do. Because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
111 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the sideline and incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, he finds Royals. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time will be intercepted. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Tonight. Go.
Now it's Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Fields. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he returns this to the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Allen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a ball caught. It's Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Chiefs.
Smith up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Rice. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Kansas City.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's a give to Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the pressure there, they were right in his face. It altered the ball's flight, and as a result, it turned into a lineman's dream.
Absolutely, because what linemen dream of, getting into the quarterback's face, shows the importance of a strong pass rush, especially when it alters what they do back in the pocket. So even if you don't get the sack, you can make the play that leads to the big interception.
Here we go, slide. Right.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nice as we move forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. We're good. Good night.
They'll run with Allen. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat on blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. All right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Go.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 19.
Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Smith catches left side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Arian Smith with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Escapes the defender. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. Open man right side is Rice. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit. Offensive run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, Scott. 319, just check.
Now Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Now a carry for Allen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Gets by him at the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Handoff, running left, Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
A first down carry for Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Yellow!
Smith. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Chandler is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, side.
Fields. Complete. Smith has it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On third and short, going with a tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Get high.
Now a handoff looking right. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 551. 551. Slow, go. All right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's third down at 5.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin with a run by Smith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here comes second down at 5. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
All eyes on Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. Right.
Back to throw. Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here we go. 222, 222. Go.
Now Fields. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow, yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's 1st down.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw it. And that's caught inside the 35. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Oh, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Still going inside the 20. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. So it's a win here for the Jets, and that's thanks largely to the play of their quarterback, Justin Fields, CD.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Jets, they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.